What's up? Hello?
Hey everyone, this is Dan Bell, and this is my video tour of the Marley Station Mall in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. So here we are in my mall that I spent most of my teenage years working in, hanging out in. I am finally doing a video on Marley Station, so I'm very excited. So let's get started. Just a little bit of history on the mall. It opened in 1987. At that time, I believe it had a Hex and a Macy's. No, it did have a Hex and Macy's. And then they expanded the mall in like the 90s, like the early 90s, opened a JCPenney. And then in 96, they opened a Sears. Recently, the Simon Property Group, they owned Marley Station. They didn't do much with it. And around, I would say 2012, 2013, around that time, Marley Station was doing horrible. Just horrible. And it was really on its last leg. And then the bank started foreclosure proceedings, and a judge brought in a management company to keep the mall property viable during the litigation with the foreclosure. So this company came in called Woodmont, and they are currently managing the mall, and they've done actually a really good job at filling the mall back up with stores. So here we are looking at the old Boscov's space. Formerly, Macy's was here, but they moved to the other side of the mall once Hex went out of business. Once Boscov's closed, a data center moved into that space. So there's actually a data center in there now. You can see they tried to liven up these windows here with the Marley Station Mall logo. I would say Woodmont is doing a very good job, but this mall is destined to fail. I'm going to tell you why. And when it does fail, it won't be Woodmont's fault. Woodmont has done a very good job with bringing in stores, sprucing the place up, beefing up security, doing all this stuff. They've done a very, very good job. However, there are 3 things wrong with this mall. And the 3 things that are wrong with this mall are Macy's, JCPenney, and Sears. The reason I say Macy's, JCPenney, and Sears are problems is because everyone knows they're not doing well. Sears is literally going to be a thing of the past, probably in the next 5 years. JCPenney, they're closing down stores left and right. And Macy's, of course, closed a bunch of stores in 2015, and they're planning on closing a bunch of stores in 2016. Who knows which one of these stores will go first? It's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. And when it does happen, the mall is going to suffer considerably. They just don't have the stores and the interest from the community to survive one of the anchors or 2 of the anchors closing. Things are going to get really bad here. I just have a really bad feeling about this. This sculpture right here was something that I stared at every day from work at the shoe store. The shoe store was right in front of that sculpture. It's now at Spencer's, but at the time it was a Dulce's shoe store, and I worked there because my friend managed it. And so I stared at that sculpture every single day at work. This wing right here used to be a Friendly's on the right-hand side. On the other side was a kind of a uppity hair salon called Heidi's Hair Salon. It was very expensive to get your hair done there. Even I think for a haircut was like $30 or $40, which at the time when I was working retail, $30 or $40 was a lot of money. It's funny that 20 years ago, malls were putting small businesses out of business. And now that the malls are having problems, the small businesses are moving in and helping the malls. So it's kind of ironic when you think about it, how that happened. But again, Marley Station, you do what you can. And for instance, this Christmas display, this tree inside of this, behind this gate, security gate for a store, it's like sprinkling glitter on a pile of dog manure. That's the only way I can describe it.
What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900-9099-CRY and hear it for yourself. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're under 18, ask your parents before you call. 1-900-9099-CRY.
Here we are looking at an old article from the Evening Sun from Ann's Footlong, which you saw in the beginning of the video. Ann's was here when before the mall was even built, and they will definitely be here after the mall closes. So good for Ann's. The Footlong lives forever. And if you're ever in Anne Arundel County and you go to Marley Station, you should stop at Ann's. They have really good hot dogs.